Welcome to this tutorial on starting researching your assignment from the University of Reading Study Advice team. The tutorial is designed for you to go through at your own pace, and you can pause it at any time. Now, you may know that it's good to do some planning before you start writing an assignment, but it's also a good strategy to do some planning before you start researching your assignments too. A bit of planning will stop you from floundering around and help you find what you need efficiently. When you start your research, it can seem like you're adrift in a huge sea of information, but two things can provide you with good guidance to start from. One, the purpose of your assignment. What you're being asked to do will show you the kinds of information you need. For example, do you need to evaluate a single theory or explore a broader field of research? And two, your own ideas on the topic. Then you can test your initial ideas against what you read without becoming overwhelmed by what everyone else thinks first. When you've identified your purpose and initial ideas, you can start from what you know, and maybe from lectures or background reading, and then identify what you need to find out from your research to help keep it targeted and on track. Importantly, also think about where you can find this information out. Don't just settle for Googling it or picking the first likely source you see. Use reputable academic sources by searching using the library catalogues and your subject databases. And always evaluate your sources. You never know what kinds of disreputable information may be out there. Another important part of your research plan is to define the limits of your search. Things like the time you have available, your word count, your marking criteria, and the number of marks it's worth will all show you how much research is appropriate and will make it much more manageable and motivating. A top tip is always to start from the time you actually have available, not the time you would like to have, and plan backwards to allocate a realistic block of time for research. Use the time you have for research efficiently. Just casting about for things that seem interesting and reading without a focus can leave you with a lot of random notes and not as much as you'd like to show for it. It's important to keep coming back to your purpose and assignment title to guide you. The basis of efficient research comes from keeping good records. Now, you may be well aware of the need to keep the full bibliographical details of your sources for your reference list. But before that, also keep track of the combination of search terms you used and where you search for your sources. Noting down your search strategy will prevent you getting confused about what you've already looked for. So to summarise, plan your research strategy, start from your own ideas, limit your research by identifying what to find out and where to find this information, and always keep good records. And if you do these things, you'll start catching the sources you need.